Hey guys, what's up? It's Vince. Sorry, the light's kind of weird. I'm standing really far back. I just wanted to give you guys a good update. So I finally got a job that has health insurance benefits. So yeah, I did that, and I went to a doctor, and no questions asked, I'm back on T. So that's awesome. I haven't officially injected myself yet because we have to do lab work again. And I just am really stoked because the company, or the insurance company, like, they have a lot of doctors that are trained to address like transgender issues. They use appropriate terms. They are very educated about each issue. They have surgeons available, like, when it's time, kind of thing, to do the whole top surgery, and if I want, like, hysterectomy, which I don't know about. Right now I'm just more concentrating on top surgery, so I'm really excited. And I don't know, it's just such a different thing versus, going to North Carolina, where I had to get, like, 3 doctors just to verify that I was ready, and, like, it was such a hassle there. So in case you guys didn't know, in case you're new to my channel, hi, thanks for subscribing, by the way. When I used to live in North Carolina, and I had a problem getting T. I was on T. I got a prescription, but I couldn't find a general practitioner. I did find an endocrinologist, but it got to the point in my injections where they said that I'm gonna need to run, like, lab work, and I'm gonna need, like, another endo, and I'm gonna need a general practitioner. And I could not find a doctor in my area who was willing to take me on and who knew anything about transgender type things. And also that wasn't charging out of the ass. There was, I think, one, but he wanted like $400 a visit, and I wasn't on insurance then, and so that was why I had to be off, because I finished my vial. So I involuntarily had to go off T, and so I was kind of stuck in this really, like, middle ground of looking like a 12-year-old boy. It just wasn't a good place. So then when I moved here, also another thing to that story, so they told me that I had to go get a lab done, so of course I went that and paid out of pocket, and then they said something, I had a blood abnormality, but I couldn't find a doctor. So I called the lab test, and I was like, hey, can I see my results, because I need to know what this is. It could be like a really serious thing, or it could just be like I have thick blood. I need to know. I have a right to know. I'm a patient. So they said, and I don't know, I forgot the name of the company, but I would never suggest going to a company that doesn't let their own patients see the blood results. And they basically said that I couldn't see them, my physician had to see them. Well, I didn't have a physician because there was no physician in the area that took care of transgender patients. So thus, a catch-22. So I had no idea what was wrong with me, and kind of me also, I was like, what if something's really, really wrong? I don't know what to do about this. So it was involuntary, and it was also me just being a little safe, because if something was dangerously wrong, I didn't want to make it worse, and also I couldn't find anyone to give me T, basically. When I moved to San Francisco, which I would highly suggest anybody doing who is having a hard time finding T, I waited out. I got this job, but it was like a probation period, so I waited that out, and my good friend, Vern, if you're watching this, I'm calling you out. Vern's a good buddy of mine. He gave me some androgel, which I know isn't the same as injections, but you know what, it helped plenty. So yeah, he did that. I started getting back on T, and then I went to go see my doctor yesterday, and I told her basically the gist. I was like, I didn't want to go off T. I was kind of forced off T. They wouldn't let me see these things, that sort of thing. And you know what she said to me? She said, I'm really sorry that you have to deal with ignorant doctors like that. Amazing, right? I was just really impressed with, like, the terminology that she used, and just her knowledge about things and her straightforwardness. Like, I didn't feel judged by her. I didn't feel like I was a science experiment in her eyes. Like, I was an actual person, and I just happened to have a different set of care standards than others. So, yeah. So anyways, I am gonna go get my blood work done, and then I'll fill in my prescription and be back on T. And so you guys might start seeing more monthly updates, stuff like that, because it's pretty much just like I stopped like 4 months in, and so I'm going to continue. So hopefully there'll be some more changes. I know like the past, that's also kind of prevented me from recording YouTube videos the past year, just because I didn't feel like anything was changing. I felt stuck, but now I feel I'm definitely progressing. Yeah, so I also wanted to see if anybody else out there ever had any problems getting back on T and getting on T. Maybe if we could find like a support group and kind of educating ourselves on what our rights are as patients and what we have the right to see. Because I really, really wish I had that information with me back then. Now I do. But I was wondering if, there might be doctors or nurses or even lawyers out there that are part of this community, are watching and are willing to help us out if, we do face discrimination, or if we do face, kind of labs that won't get us done, or possibly just a resource thing full of insurance companies that are trans friendly. I know Kaiser. Kaiser is, that's the one I have. So if you live in San Francisco, Kaiser North is a lot more, I think, liberal than Kaiser South. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I would highly suggest them. I'm really excited because they also have a plastic surgeon who does top surgery, and even though I'd have to pay for the initial surgery out of pocket, which would be about $5,000, it's cheaper than me flying two people to Florida, housing us for a week and that sort of thing. I still have yet to see his portfolio. I forgot his name, but if it looks good, I might just go with him, in all honesty. If he doesn't, though, I'm still probably going to go with Garamoni. Speaking of top surgery, I am going to make a video and I'm going to sell off some things I have. I just really need to get started on it. I've been trying to find a second job, but it's been difficult to find a part-time job that works with my full-time schedule with my other job. So I'm going to probably post another video soonish. Soon might be like a week or so, just auctioning off random things that I have, and opening up a donation thing if you guys want to, no pressure. And also, just get it kind of starting. I had a small fund for top surgery. There's maybe like $100 in it, but I had to use it to move here, so I'm kind of just restarting it. So yeah, anyways, I just wanted to share with you guys the good news, shout out kind of what's been going on, and I will see you guys next week, hopefully with some tons of cool stuff to auction. Alright, bye.